to know, baby, do you? I did. Hey. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Talks with Noelle, episode 2. So today I have a very wonderful guest who goes by the name of Nayoka. If you're in the UK and you're in the industry or, you're in the scene, you'll probably know about her. Shout out to everyone that's locked in. Goldust, Shireen, Chantel, C Vintage, G the First. Hey baby, how are you? Everyone that's locked in, shout out to you guys. Today I'm filming differently. As you can see, my backdrop is different today, so yeah, it gets like that sometimes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize because I think I started like a minute or two late, so my apologies for that. I didn't mean to. Today's just been long. I'll give you guys story time later on, but yeah, today's been a long day. Before we go any further, I want to give a massive shout out to my sponsors. So shout out to Supermalt. As you guys know, Supermalt have a new ginger beer. So ginger beer, presented by Supermalt. So if you haven't tried it, do go and try it. They have 2 flavors. So they have normal ginger beer, which is the fizzy one, and they have ginger beer, which is still. Right now, I'm currently trying to figure out the one I like. I think I like the still one, which is the one in a bottle. But other people, aka Special D, like the fizzy one. So, shout out to Supermalt again, my sponsors. Also, this beautiful neck piece that I am wearing is by Boldly Stated, who is another one of my sponsors. They gave me a whole batch of things, and gradually I'm gonna wear them. But I thought, let me start nice and easy with the necklace. So this necklace is from Boldly Stated, at boldly.stated on all social media platforms. You can find them, and then of course Supermalt _ on all social media platforms. So shout out to my sponsors. Sorry I started late once again. I started late today because my manager was really trying to be an enemy of progress. He didn't want me to leave that office. But I said to him, listen, I have a show. I have to go. And he was just like, yeah, but you could just... I said, no, I can't stay. If I stay and I miss my train, well, that's it. So shout out to, everybody that was praying for me. Because I was messaging people like, guys, it's peak here. So shout out to everyone that prayed for me, got out of work on time to come and do this show. Like I was saying, so my guest today will be Nayoka. And today we're going to talk about advice to our younger selves. She actually has a TV YouTube show called Advice to the Younger Me. So I thought, you know what? We might as well make it a topic. So over the course of the week on my personal page, Noelle Francesca, and on the NFTV page, myself and my team have been putting out, what would you tell your younger selves? We've been wanting to know what people would tell their younger selves. And I've got some very, very interesting replies, to say the least. From everything you can think of, finance, relationships, just everything. People have really been open, and I appreciate that so much. Some people didn't want me to say that, so I won't. But for those of you that don't mind, I'll go ahead and say what you said you would advise your younger self. What would I advise my younger self? I've been thinking about this, for like the past week. And I'm thinking, if like God gave me another chance to go back to, let's say 10 years ago, so I'd be 16, like what advice would I give myself? I've really been thinking about it all week. What advice would I give myself? And I managed to come up with a few things that, I was like, what? This is the advice I'd give myself. So, let's do that. I'm so sorry, guys. Someone keeps trying to call me. So, again, my apologies. Yes, I was thinking, what advice would I give my younger self? And I've written a few down. Because I was like, if I don't write them down, then I'm most definitely going to forget. You guys know what I'm like. So here we go. Let me start with my one. And then when Nayoka comes, we'll power through. So advice I'd give my younger self. Always trust your instincts. Always trust your instincts. I feel like more time we know something, but we just turn a blind eye. And like when I sat there, I was thinking, like there's so many situations I could have avoided, if I'd listened to my instinct. But I was thinking, but is it really like that? Am I over exaggerating? Maybe it's not that deep. Listen, the situations were deep. It was not, maybe it was deep. I just chose to ignore it because of one or two things. Maybe because I was so close to the person. Maybe because I like the person's company. Maybe if I could, this my boy, this my guy, this my sis, So, but now if I was to go back 10 years ago, I'd always trust my instinct, regardless of what regardless of what was happening, I trust my instincts. Relationships, friendships, career, even just like little things, I would always trust my instincts. So that's one advice I'd give myself. One thing I also said is be mindful of the company you keep. If I could really go back in time, there's certain friendships that I wouldn't engage in. Like, yeah, there's just certain people that did not need to be in my circle. Do you know what I'm saying? There's certain people that really didn't need to be in my circle. If I could go back in time, everything lock off. Like, we don't need to be friends. We could just do high and by and keep it moving. But like, say friends, like boys, like we talk, like you know my life. Nah, there's certain people I definitely would have avoided. But hey, everything happens for a reason. You know, as they say, everything happens for a reason. And when I do think about it, I guess they did teach me a lesson. I guess we could say that. Yeah, they taught me 1 or 2 lessons or whatever. So I guess it all didn't work out for bad, did it? One thing else I would tell myself, and this is so important, is know yourself and understand your journey. I feel like even just now, like, not only would I tell myself that like 5-10 years ago, I'm even telling myself that now, like, know who I am and know my journey. Because in this materialistic era and in this instant gratification era, if you're not careful, you'll do things that you have no business doing. And it's so crazy. Like the other day I was talking to someone and I was just like, oh my gosh, like, remember that thing that I was telling you about? Yeah, guess what? I've done it, I've completed it, it worked out. And a person literally said to me, well done. But you know what the thing is? Like, as soon as they said that in my mind, I was thinking, oh, don't be a hater. Like, what do you have to say? The person said to me, well done, I'm happy for you, I'm happy you've completed it, whatever. But you know that was never your battle to fight. I said, huh? She was like, yeah, like, you that would have never been your battle to fight if you had not got involved with so and so. And I was just like, oh. Like, at that point, I was like, rah. Just like, yeah, you're speaking still, you're making sense, do you get it? So, I mean, know yourself. By all means, know yourself. Know what you like, know what you don't like, know what you can do. So I'd say know yourself and understand your journey. Shout out to Jemima locked in. Shout out to Adra locked in. Understand yourself and know your journey. Because I think when you understand your journey and you see people doing certain things, it doesn't faze you because you understand your journey. You understand what you're going through. So like, if I see someone doing things, oh, maybe this person's bought a car, or maybe this person secured their first house, or maybe this person's been booked to do this show, or like, when you understand your journey, you're not fazed by that. It's not like, raw, oh, Jemima's done this, I need to do that. You understand that, okay, this is her time, let her shine. Congratulations, I'm happy for you, keep pushing, do you. But my time is also coming. So I think when you understand your journey, you really, really know that everybody's time is different. That's it. Understand your journey and that everybody's time is different. That's it. Everybody's time is different. It was so funny because I was listening to a sermon earlier today, yeah? And the person was talking about times and season. And he was talking about sometimes it could be your time, but it's not your turn. And I was thinking, huh? I was thinking, how could it be my time and you're telling me it's not my turn? Like, what? And the person said, yeah, he said, sometimes when you go to the GP, yeah, or the doctors or whatever, you have an appointment. You're there at the time that you're meant to be there, but because somebody else is in the waiting room, it's not your turn. But you're there on time, but it's not your turn. And then he said, sometimes as well, you can get there and it's not your time, but it's your turn. So when I deeped it, I was like, raw. I said, whoa. Like, I think I was even on the bus. I started clapping. People were looking at me like, is this girl alright? I was like, whoa. Oh my gosh, this is deep. On the bus, people were just like, is everything okay up here? But like, I was so like, raw. Like, you know in the cartoons when you get a light bulb, it just went ding. I said, I was so gassed. But then yeah, like, as I'm saying, when you know yourself, you understand your journey. So you understand that it may be your time, but it's not your turn. Or your turn is coming. So like, when you see people doing things, you're not faced like, oh my gosh, I have to now come and do the same thing. I have to also go in, I have to go ham, I have to X, Y, Z. Do you understand that? Look, chill out. This is their time. This is their turn. This is their season. They're enjoying. But my season's coming up. Point number 4. I wrote 5 things down actually. One thing I'll tell myself is enjoy the process and trust that everything will work out. I believe that sometimes, yeah, we want things to work out so badly. Hi, Ekia. We want things to work out so badly, yeah, that we don't even enjoy the process. Like, that's how deep it is. Like, we really want things to work out. Say you wanted to be, I don't know, say you wanted to be an actor or whatever, yeah? Or you wanted to go be like the best lawyer, solicitor, whatever, innit? So whilst you're in uni, you're just banging books. Not saying that don't go to uni and bang your books. Hey, please, before anybody's mom calls me. I'm not saying don't go to uni and learn, disclaimer. But I'm saying that sometimes you're so focused on what you want to do, where you want to get to, that you forget to enjoy the process. Like, you forget to enjoy the little things. Like, oh, maybe, you know, you could chill. Maybe you can go here and that. Like, you're so bang on. No, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to do this. That you don't enjoy your process. So by the time that you get there, and then you see like, rah, you've made it. You're the top lawyer, top actor, whatever. And you see like the younger people, the people that are coming up behind you, enjoying their life. You're like, oh, this one's not serious. This one too is not serious. It's just like, no, they're serious. You're just jealous because you didn't take time to enjoy your process. That's what it is. You're jealous because when you were in their shoes, or when you had that chance, you didn't take it. So now that you see them doing it, you're thinking, it's hurting you. Basically, you're burning that you didn't do it. You didn't take it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I think one thing is to enjoy the process. Trust the process, but most importantly, enjoy the process. Like, don't be like, oh, you want to get there so bad that now when you get there, you forget all the little things. It's just like, oh, why is there so many fans here, man? Oh my gosh, why does everyone want a picture? My friend, shut up. You wanted to get there. Now that you're there, you don't want to enjoy the process. So like, all these little things. So enjoy yourself, trust the process, but most importantly, enjoy the process. And I think the last thing I wrote is pray concerning everything. Anything big or small. Like, if I could advise myself 10 years ago, 10 years ago, even now I'll still take that advice. Like, pray about everything. Just pray about everything. Like, every little thing. Like, there were certain things that I thought, I don't really need to pray about it. But, like, I think even when I don't even think I prayed about the course that I wanted to do at uni, you know. I just think I just went there and said, yeah, I want to do business management and advertising management. And I thought, yeah, that's cool. Whatever in it, like, advertising, ooh. And I just went and did it. Second year, yeah, I wanted to drop that course. I was so annoyed. I asked myself, who begged me? Who actually told me to come and study this? Second year, I was this close to dropping out of uni. If not for certain factors, and I know that my mom will finish my life, I would have been a uni dropout. But I thought, you know what? I don't want to waste 2 years. Like, I'm hearing it. Let me just finish uni and then do something that I actually enjoy. But if I was to go back, like, maybe 5 years ago, would I still be 5 years ago? I definitely would have prayed about my uni choice. Okay, so Nayoka is online, so I'm gonna have her in, and then we'll get back to what people have said. So yeah, and let's have Nayoka. Hopefully it connects real soon.
Hello. Hey, how are you? Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you perfectly fine. I'm good. How are you?
I think the reception is poor.
Oh my goodness. Please, technology, work with us.
Okay, the reception's better. It's it's because of my location.
Great.
How are you doing, Noelle?
I'm good, Nayoka. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for having me as one of your guests. It's an honor.
Thank you for coming on. It's been a long time coming. We always see each other. We're always like, we need to do something. And we're like, yeah, we'll talk. So
and here we are. Oh, definitely.
Okay,
and you're doing so well.
Thank you so much. Thank you. These are the people that have gone ahead of me. Nayoka and them. These are the people that have opened doors. So now me, so I can gently glide through. So
that's very kind of you.
No, it's true. It's true. It's so true. Like, if it wasn't for like you, the Mikas, the Ramels, like, boy, it would have been hard. You guys have
but now there's you. There's you for the younger generation too. So that's amazing.
Thank you. So I'm just going to give everyone a little overview. So this is Nayoka Oware. She is an executive producer on the Younger Me TV show. She does that. Executive producer and presenter of The Journey. Wow, you're doing amazing things. I know that you also work with a lot of young people. I've been seeing your pictures here and there, so we'll get into that as well. So yeah, the reason why I actually wanted to bring you on, apart from the fact that we always say we're going to work together and we actually never get the chance to, one of the reasons why I really wanted to bring you on is because of the whole Younger Me TV show that you're doing. I think that
Okay,
is so amazing. Like,
thank you.
I never thought about it. So just tell me, how did the idea come about? I think that's amazing.
We're on a bit of a hiatus at the moment, but we definitely will be back. You know, people's lives get busy, but we will
Mm-hmm.
definitely be back. The idea came to me when I was watching a show, actually, an American series called
Okay.
Younger. It was just the title of the show. And from that sprung the idea of the younger me. I thought, you know what? Um, I, I was raised in a fairly traditional African or Ghanaian household, right?
Uh-huh.
And my parents and my siblings refrain from talking about certain topics. Like, I'm sure you've seen these memes and these clips on Instagram where there'll be a young girl sitting in the living room with her parents, and a scene will come on the TV where two people are kissing or two actors are kissing, and they'll look at you as though, you know, you're one of the actors, or, you know, they feel embarrassed or shy. I don't know what it is. And I thought,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be that person. And
Mm-hmm.
if I have a daughter in the future, I have a son now,
Yeah.
but regardless of it's son or a daughter, I don't want to be that parent that shies away from discussing important issues and things that will affect their
Cool.
life and their peers. Because if you don't present them with this information, their peers will, and more than likely it will be the wrong information. And I'm not going down that route. No, no. The information will come to me. You will digest it the way I give it to you, and you will run with it.
That
And you
is
were wrong
true.
with it. So that's how the younger me came to me. I thought, you know what? There's a lot of shows out there for merely for entertainment. This will be
Uh-huh.
entertaining, but it will also be informative, and it will be light-hearted discussions, and it will be mainly for the ladies.
Yes, I see that. So you have a cast of about, I believe
Yeah,
there's 5 young ladies that are in your cast, yourself included. So
correct.
I know Chantel is also one of your cast members.
Yes.
I believe she's on as well. So shout out to Chantel.
Hey,
So how did
Chantel.
the formation come about? Getting the ladies together. How did that happen?
Okay, well, Steffi and Anua I met years ago, probably over 4 years ago, and they were
Okay.
the two women that sprung to mind simply because they're open-minded. Um, Although they're Ghanaian, I mean, I shouldn't generalize. Some Ghanaians or some Africans aren't very open-minded. It just so
Mm-hmm.
happens that they are. As a matter of fact, I was probably more closed-minded than they were. So
Okay.
to have them beside me they're great asset to the
Mm-hmm.
team, the cast. And Naressa and Chantel were already friends. I met Naressa years ago, and I
Yeah.
met Chantel when I interviewed OG. And I thought, you know what, these two young ladies, they're bright, they're smart, they also
Yeah.
know what's going on with their generation. So I want to get them involved as well. I want to know what's going on in their generation, and I want us to be there to guide them if they need guidance, so they can see
Of
what their
course.
futures may entail. Because we all have similar experiences. They won't be exactly the same, but you can take from someone else's experience so you don't make the same mistakes, or so
Mm-hmm.
that you can do the same things that help them elevate themselves in their careers or in their lives.
Okay, I like that. That's actually very, very interesting. Of course, like you said, you've gone ahead of them, so you can give them advice and everything. Shout out to
We
Kwame in the
try. Hey,
so shout
handsome.
Team Rockstar in the building and
You
all
know
of that
what?
kind of stuff. He said the
Let me
open
just
minded
say,
part got me.
I see that message. I'm open minded now.
Uh
I
huh.
was less open minded probably years ago, but now I'm a lot more open minded, trust me.
And what would you say brought about that change?
Life experiences, so many life experiences. Like before, I'd say I was a really judgmental Christian. You know, when you first, I'm not sure if you've experienced this,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're first introduced to Christianity, or when you become born again, or when you're baptized, you just feel as though you can take on the world. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, for many of us, we start to judge people, whether it's in our minds or it's openly, and it's something that we must nip in the bud. It's nonsense. You can't be judgmental. You don't know people's stories. You don't know about their lives. You don't know about their experiences. And remember that not just because of your faith, you're not better than anybody else. And you
Mm-hmm.
can't see their
Mm-hmm.
heart as well. You can't be judgmental.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. I agree. I know that feeling. Okay, cool. So Like we said, we're talking about the younger me. So let's just go straight into it. What
Let's go.
Before you came on, I was just telling people that the 5 things I think I would have told my younger self. So I said, trust your instinct always. Always trust your instinct.
100%. Yeah.
Pray about everything, whether big or small.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I think about it, like, I didn't pray about my uni course. I just thought, boom, business and advertising, I'm going there. I hated that course. I just wanted to graduate so I could leave the uni. So I was just like, yeah, so my master's now. I'm praying about my master's. Like, okay, do I want to go and do my master's in this? I said, enjoy the process and trust that everything will work out. Because I feel like sometimes we're always fighting, like, everything's like a competition that we don't actually enjoy what's happening now. Because, like, when you actually blow, you'll get to a point where you're just like, rah, I wish I could just wear anything and go to the corner shop. I wish I could just do that. But you can't do that because too many people are watching you. So enjoy the process.
Do you know, one thing I want to add to what you just said is people think they can't do these things. It actually just depends on whether you care or not. You can go outside and wear whatever you please, so far as it's not indecent, so you get arrested. But in actual fact, you can wear whatever you please. It's your mindset. Do you care about how other people view you? If not, do you and go outside?
True. I actually agree with that. Yep, that is so true. I also said, know yourself and understand your journey. Like, everybody's journey is different. Everybody's different.
Absolutely.
Something that might irritate me, you might love. Something that might irritate you, I might love. So it's about knowing yourself and understanding your journey. It's not like anybody. You could be grinding for like 10 years. Someone will come in like months and blow, and you're just thinking, but I've been here, I've been working.
Yeah.
But you don't know how long that 6 months is gonna last. That could be like 6 months, and then like next year we don't hear about the person. But then when you blow, it's like you're relevant even to people after you. So yeah, know yourself. And then the last thing I said is be mindful of the company that you keep.
Very important.
Be mindful of the company you keep. I think sometimes we just like, oh yeah, like they'll change, or no. I think someone once told me your network is your net worth. So the people that are closest to you, they can either build you or destroy you. Simple. There's no two ways about it. So
absolutely.
Yeah, these are my 5 things.
I agree. I agree with you. I like those 5 points, definitely.
Thank you. I really thought long and hard about them because I was thinking, oh my gosh, I've never thought about this. What am I going to tell myself? But, yeah.
Great advice. Absolutely. And I'm hoping that it will benefit younger women who are listening.
Younger women, I hope your ears are opening or listening. But
yes. Not that we're not young, just much younger than us.
Yeah, because we're not even that old, you know. Like, let me just throw that.
Not at all. We're still right.
You know what I'm saying? What would your 5 points be?
Probably things that I've only recently learned, but one would be we all evolve at different paces. So, for example, you might be in a stage in your life where you're ready to settle down and you have friends that you're close with, but they're still in that party and enjoy their life phase. So you're like, maybe I should just leave them behind and move on. Not at all, unless they're a bad influence. They're evolving at their own pace and you're evolving at your own pace. They can still be a part of your life, but just focus on what you need to do. Be centered, just, achieve the goals that you have and let them do them. They might not catch up, but they're not supposed to. They're on their own path and on their own journey. So let them do that and don't even try and interrupt it or change it. So yeah.
Wow, the younger me talks about journeys. I like that. Wow. I've actually thought about that.
Yeah, everyone's on their own journey. So allow them to, evolve and grow through their journey and that process. The second piece of advice I'd give my younger self is start saving as soon as you turn 16 and get that job. Start putting that money aside.
Because you're knocking on people's doors with this.
In the future, you're going to need that money. And I'm talking to everybody listening. As soon as you get your first job, you can take this advice or you can leave it. But when you look back, remember that I said this. You're going to need that money. So I would say, pay your bills. Pay whatever bills you have, outstanding bills, debts, you can pay in installments, but ensure that you put a set amount aside. Put it in an ISA account. Ensure that you can't touch it. your future self will thank you for it.
I agree. Listen,
Yeah, invest in yourself. You can't expect, like, there are young entrepreneurs out here expecting people to invest in their business, but how much have you invested in yourself financially, spiritually, mentally, physically? Do all of that before you look to anyone else for help.
I really like this one. I really like this one. No, it's actually so true. Because like, when I think about it, yeah, if all the money, like, from my student, if I saved, like, a little bit of my student loan, the things I could have done, yeah, and then I
Yeah,
look back,
Noelle.
bro.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, indeed. So start
No,
now. It's not too late. So far as you have a job, just start, but start early if you have the opportunity to.
mm-hmm. I agree.
The third piece of advice I would give you is if you have an idea, it kind of ties into trust your instincts. But if you have an idea and nobody else supports it, but you know that this idea, I mean, you can't shake it. It's something that is kind of set on your heart.
Yeah.
Go with it. Do whatever you must do. So far as it's not illegal and it won't get you arrested, go with it.
That's important too. You have to throw that out
Oh,
there.
yeah, for sure. Sometimes you have to, you just never know. But go with it. Not everybody will understand your vision because it is yours. It wasn't meant for them to understand. But
Yep.
also, write it down. Now, this applies whether you're a Christian, a Buddhist, a Muslim, irrespective of your religion. It's just a universal law. Write it down. Write down exactly what it is you want at every
Yep.
stage of your life. You might,
Yep.
you might add to that list as you go on, but write exactly what you want. Even if you don't know exactly what you want, you can have an idea. Write it
Of course.
down
Of course.
and remind yourself of it because it works. It's worked for me. That's how I got the job that I'm currently doing now. I was out of employment for like a year because I was taking care of my son. And like 2 weeks before I got my job, all I did was write down the vision and I got my job. It
Wow.
works.
It
Write
works.
down your
I
vision.
can agree
Know
with
what you
that.
want. It works. It really, really does. Make it plain on paper. Write it down and focus on it. Even if you need a vision board, put something up on your wall. It's just so you have focus and direction and you can't be derailed from it.
Of course. Of course. Vision boards, guys. Everything Nayoka's saying, write it down. Vision boards.
Essential.
But
Essential. Noah, was that 3 points?
that was 3 points. You have 2 more.
Okay, great. I will have to say, separate to that, trust your instinct. Always trust your instinct. Your gut will not lead you astray. Your mind and your heart can, but your gut will never. If you have that feeling in your gut that you should or should not do something, please follow it because I believe it's always right. Times when I haven't followed it, I found myself in some trouble. And because I'm stubborn, sometimes I still don't. But trust your gut.
Yeah, I agree. Agreed.
And the last piece of advice I will give is enjoy your life in stages. Like, I know some young people who are carrying the world on their shoulders. Please know that once you get to your late 20s or 30s, that time will come. So enjoy being young, thrive in it, enjoy it. Make all of your mistakes. Any mistakes you need to make them while you're young because you can't afford to make them when you're older. So please enjoy your youth, have fun. Once again, don't do anything illegal. I'm not encouraging debauchery of any kind, but just enjoy your life. Please just enjoy your life. As you get older, you can still do that, but maturity comes with more responsibility. So enjoy your life now if you're still
Of
young.
course.
And as you're older, just, enjoy yourself, but do it responsibly.
Of course. Of course. I think those are
Those
amazing
were my
facts.
5. Thank
Yeah,
you.
enjoy yourself. No, like,
Oh,
honestly,
for
like,
sure. You
enjoy it.
must.
When
You
you're in
have
uni,
to.
have the free money, travel. Look, travel, 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 travel. Like, live
If
your
you
life.
if you
Go and
can, please.
do it.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
one thing I wish I
Noel,
did.
Noel,
Just
you know what? When I was in uni, I was acting like I was about 50. I didn't even know what a freshers fair was. If I could, right, just invade a freshers fair now, trust me, I would. I would relive those years, but I can't. So please enjoy your life.
that is so crazy.
I
Wow,
really
wow,
didn't have a
wow,
clue what it was.
wow. Someone said, what did you study at uni?
Oh, I studied journalism, communication, and creative writing.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, quite a degree. I know, right? I
See,
loved it
I'm,
all. It was a
oh,
great
where did they do
experience.
that? Well, yeah.
Middlesex University. Yeah, incredible
Wow.
experience.
Was that 3 year or 4 year course?
3 years long.
Okay, okay, not
Yeah.
bad. So yeah, that's what she studied. I did business and advertising, and didn't really like it. Can't lie, didn't really like it. So, but you know what? It was good motivation because I really just wanted
Yeah.
to finish the course and leave uni. So I
Mhm.
studied I studied
That's
so
right.
hard. Someone
Mhm.
said I touched with your words. Oh.
Oh, thank you to both of us. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go through some of the stuff that people said, and then we can
Sure.
discuss it. And yeah, guys, if there's any advice you would give to your younger selves, do put it out there. We will read it. We will discuss it.
Absolutely.
So I was talking to my auntie, and I said, like, auntie, what would you tell yourself, like your younger self? And she said, don't sweat the small stuff, which I agree with.
Yes.
She says, friends come and go. Like someone said,
Mhm.
friends are either for a lesson, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So
Mhm.
friends will come and go. Just stay true to who you are. Then she said, aim high and don't compromise your standards. And I feel like a lot of people
Yes,
compromise
indeed.
without even knowing that they've compromised. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah,
Like you don't
absolutely.
know. And then when someone pulls you up on it, it's like, oh, there you go, being a hater. Like, I'm looking out for you.
Yeah, that's not the case. But like I said, because they're on their own journey, they can't see it right now. Sometimes, in hindsight, you realize things that you should and shouldn't have done. And it's just one of those things. It's a process. It's your
Of
journey.
course, of course, of course. And then she said, this is for all the single people that are of age. Let me put it out there. We
Of
don't want to
age,
establish any nonsense. Any single
right?
people of age, she says, enjoy your singleness to the max. Like once you get
Mm.
married, once you settle down, once you have a child, everything changes. So
Oh,
enjoy your
yeah.
singleness.
Oh, yes. I have a child. I'm agreeing. I know this. Great advice.
So yeah, enjoy your singleness. Go out, have fun, go
Yeah.
on dates, all of that stuff. And
Enjoy it
yeah,
all. Hmm.
enjoy it all. Enjoy it all. So
Experience it
if
all,
you're
but be responsible.
what Nayoka said, be responsible. Everybody's got their own journey. Focus on yours. I agree.
That's
Simple.
right.
Everyone's
Absolutely.
got their own
Rockstar.
journey. Like you just
True.
said. Hey, like Rockstar said, everyone's got their own journey. Someone else said, okay, so now I'm just gonna do the ones that came into my inbox. So Miss
Okay, sure.
Jemima said, know who you are and don't let
Hmm.
anyone disrespect you. I think knowing who you are is very important, like I was saying before.
Hmm.
Understand who you are. Because when you don't, it's very easy for someone to be like, oh, you're like this today. I think you're like this. Oh, you're like, and then you're just wherever the wind
Yeah.
blows. Like you as a person, you don't know who you are. You're confused. Your identity is linked to someone else. And when
Hmm.
God forbid, that person goes away or that person dies, you find that you have no idea who you are, what to do, where to go. It's just,
Yeah.
it's quite sad, to be
It
honest.
is. It is. But sometimes that comes with age as well. A
Mm-hmm.
16-year-old may not learn to know, may not understand who they are. I think it comes with
Mm-hmm.
age and experiences sometimes.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true. Actually, I agree with that. I agree with
Hmm.
that a lot. A lot. I am Tyra said, don't be so gullible. Don't allow yourself to fall into peer pressure so easily. Just learn not to follow the crowd and be your own person. I think she's in school. I
Great
think
advice.
she's
Great
in school.
advice.
So, yeah, yeah. Especially in
That's
school, it's
amazing
very
advice. Yeah.
important to have cliques.
Yeah.
Like,
And there's
so,
so
yeah,
much peer pressure. So yeah, that's great advice.
very much so. And one thing I'll say with like people that are watching and are in school, listen, the popular kids are not always correct. They're not always right. Not
Whew.
everything's always right with
Well,
you. Them.
say it louder for the people in the back. Because I've seen some of those popular kids now. And I'm glad that I remained. I wasn't, I was so content with my own company and my friends, whether they were considered to be cool or not. I was so happy
uh,
with them. And I'm
uh,
glad I stayed with them because they were the good ones, I'd say.
yeah,
The
yeah.
popular kids, boy, some are toothless, some are just
It's mad.
all over the place.
It's mad. It's
But I
actually
think
mad.
it's maybe because they didn't have the right kind of guidance.
True. I think that plays a factor in a lot of things. That's why I
Hmm.
was like, definitely the company, the people. Like I personally can't have a friend who I can't check. I
Mm.
can't call you a friend if you're somebody that we're meant to be friends and close and I can't check you, I find that very strange because I would want you to check me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I would
Rockstar,
want
please, we're not attacking you. When we were
you
just
to date
saying,
other people.
we're not attacking the popular kids at all. Some of them
No,
turned out fine, I'm sure.
yeah,
And
like your
yes,
it's just the
I
rest.
wasn't even that. Yeah, he turned out absolutely fine, but some
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah. Those that didn't is the one that we're being very cautious about. Like, whoa,
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. They were just, they wanted to grow up too quickly, and they should have paced
that's
themselves.
it. That's
That's
another
all it
thing. Like,
is.
a lot of people want to grow up too quickly. I don't understand
Mm,
why. I don't get it.
yeah.
Listen, enjoy it. Oh,
Oh no, well, if only they knew. But eventually they will understand. But for those of you who
they
are
will.
enjoying, turn it up a notch, times 10. Enjoy
Yeah,
it even more. Because when those
for real.
bills start hitting you, you would
Listen,
have wished you were a teenager again.
bruh. And then the next one, G the first, she says, I'm still young, only 15, but I would say use my time wisely and make sure I
Yeah,
revise hard. So when important exams come up, I don't say I wish I used my time wisely. That's one thing I'd say.
absolutely.
Use your time. Like I always tell people, I would rather you waste my money than to waste my time because I
Mm,
can't get my time back. Like it's gone. If you waste
hmm
my money, I will even make that money back and more. But if you waste my time, what are we doing?
Yeah, absolutely. We
So
don't have time for time wasters.
at all, I think you really need to use your time carefully. And the people that you keep, again, it all comes back to the people that you keep around you. Like, I'm grateful for the friends that I have. They understand
Yeah.
that, look, you can't turn up every weekend. Like,
Mm.
we have things to do. We have
Oh,
jobs. We have
definitely.
work.
You have
We have
responsibilities,
bills.
of course.
And not everybody understand that. Like, if I say, look, I'm so sorry, I can't make it to your party or your event, they're like, you know what, it's cool, I understand. I'm so grateful that I have friends like that. Because a lot of people
Mm.
don't. They'll just make you feel one way before you know it, you're out there when you're not meant to be.
True, but the funny thing about life is at some point that person will eventually understand your situation because they'll be in a similar one, and then they'll be like, oh right, I see why Noelle wasn't able to come out, and because they're now evolving and they've reached the stage
Yep,
that you were already at.
yep. That's true. That's true. And then, oh, Chantel's the next one. Hey, Chantel. Chantel said, take risks.
Ooh, Chantel.
Risk. Ooh,
Take
she's,
calculated risks. Take
yeah,
calculated risks.
I agree
I'm
with
all
that.
about being sensible and responsible because sometimes you need them to be calculated. We're not
Of
saying
course.
like go and play in traffic and whatnot, but take calculated risks.
Yep, that's true. Always
Uh-huh.
consider what could happen. But don't let
Yeah,
it
the
scare
pros
you.
and cons. No, no,
Yeah,
no,
pros and cons,
absolutely not.
but don't let it scare
But
you. Go for it.
make a mental list of your pros and cons, and if you think it's sensible to take that risk, please go for it. Do it.
Of course, yeah. I think I would have taken more risk, like
Mm,
my younger
same.
days. Like, most definitely. There's
Oh
so many
yeah.
things that I was like, oh, I'm scared, or like,
Mm.
oh, I might not bang. So yeah, you guys go ahead and have. If I could go back, every idea, like literally every idea that I had, if I could go back, I would possibly explore every idea to see
Oh
because you
yeah.
don't know what would work for you.
Hmm.
So yeah,
You're absolutely right. And I think sometimes fear is instilled into us when we're children as well.
uh-huh.
So that's another battle we have to face.
Of course, of course, of course. Yeah, that's true. Like, because your parents tell you, there's things that your parents tell you, and just like, okay, like I can
Instill
never
so
do
much
this.
fear in you.
Oh,
But we must learn from those things because if it didn't work for us, know that it more than likely won't work for your child. So just learn from those things. I'm sure they meant well, their intentions were good,
of course,
but we will learn from mistakes that our elders made.
of course. I agree with that. Next one was from Ade Omor. He says,
Hmm.
no shortcuts. Everything you deserve will find its way to you.
Yeah, correct.
I agree. It might
Absolutely.
take time, but I believe it definitely will come.
I agree with you. I follow a friend called the Nigerian Englishman, and he's talking about your destination. Now, some
Yeah,
people think that you may have to take a straight road to get there, but in actual fact, you may have to take a few left turns and a few right turns and take a few steps back. Just be willing to take a different route to your destination or to your goal. Know that, you know, the route isn't always clear. Just be flexible and just
Of
know that you'll
course.
get there. What is for you
Of
will be
course.
for you.
That's true. That's true. I agree with that. Then me solo said, the world is a round world. Give your best to everyone and look to God always. Don't feel like you're entitled to things. This one, I
Absolutely.
agree with much. I feel
Oh yeah,
like
completely.
in this day and age, everyone feels like they're entitled. Nobody
Mm,
actually owes you nothing. The quicker you
true.
understand that, the better it'll be for you. If somebody goes out of their way to do something nice for you, fine. If they don't, fine, we move. But I feel like this generation, everyone feels like they're entitled to something. But really and
Correct.
truly, what have you done? Like, who are you? Nobody owes you nothing. Like,
And they
if
need to be
someone's
told
harsh,
that.
it's the truth.
It is the truth. Sometimes you have to be harsh to get your message across, but they need to be told.
Yep. Nobody owes you nothing. So,
Nothing comes to you for free. You have to work for everything you get. And the sooner you realize that, the better. You
of
can
course.
start early.
True, true. Even the things that are free in the long
Mm,
run can be
come with
costly. So
consequences. And yes, indeed.
it's all long. Then Miss Stella said, work harder than others. Mediocrity is a disease.
Mm.
I agree with that on so many levels.
Oh, I
So
agree
many
too.
levels. Because sometimes you just feel like, oh, let me do the bare minimum to pass or to get by. You'll get to a point where it's just like the bare minimum. It just doesn't
It's
cut
not
it
cutting
anymore.
it. No.
It
Mm.
doesn't, like you feel like, oh, why is it not working? Because you're doing this, you can't do different things.
Hmm.
You can't do the same thing and expect a different results. It gets to a point where you have to go harder than everybody. You have to seclude yourself. You have to do what you have to do. So like mediocrity, definitely a disease. Work harder, and that's in I'll say every area of your life, in your friendships, just everything. Just go hard, go hard, go hard, go
Absolutely.
hard.
Absolutely. I read that. I read and I've watched videos where billionaires have stated that they wake up at 4 a.m. Their day starts at 4 a.m. So just bear that in mind. Don't be waking up at 10 and think that you're going to make it in life. Start getting ready to wake up at 4 a.m. and start your day early.
Honestly, I agree with that. I agree with that. Um, then
Thank you, DJ Magic Day.
Rachel,
Uh-huh.
I actually love your smile. I really do. I really
Thank you.
do.
Thank
Just
you very
showing
much.
you're 32. Rachel said, "Don't let the outside voices in, and no idea is a stupid idea."
Mm.
I agree.
I
I
partly
agree.
agree with that. That's true. Hmm.
Okay, so what? Go
So
on. Elaborate.
I partly don't let the outside voices. She means like outside influences, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I'm
It
guessing so.
depends. It depends because some advice can be constructive and it could, you know, offer you, you know, something great, like something substantial. So don't disregard everything. You know right from wrong. You're sensible. You have a mind of your own. You can listen, but you don't have to digest everything everyone says. Take the
True.
good message, even if it's a bad message. Believe that there's a good message in there for you. So
Of
take it
course.
from it and run with it. I don't think
I
any message is bad. There is some good in every single message.
True. 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 And then Adam Cooler said, "I would 100% read more books."
Ooh,
Now,
Eden.
that's
Yes,
something I would do.
please. Oh,
That's
yeah.
yeah. Now it's only now that I'm fully grasping the ideas. You know, when the
Mm,
Bible says, "Oh, my people perish because of their lack of
lack of
knowledge," it's
knowledge.
only
Mm,
now that I'm proper understanding the importance of reading. Because yeah, like
yes.
there could be someone that
Hmm.
I've never met in my life, but the things that they will tell me from simply reading about them, I would learn so much. Because our paths may never cross, but the information that they
Mm,
left in their book, I could be like, oh my gosh, right, I was in this situation. Okay, he did this, it didn't work. I could do this. So that one, I would 100% read more books. Like I'm trying to read at least two
100%.
books a month.
Oh,
It's
well done. Well
it's important.
done.
I'm
I know
trying.
that. Yeah, try. That's all that matters. You're trying. You're making an effort to because there are
I
so
really,
many distractions out there. Sometimes we just need to put down the phone and go and grab some knowledge. You will need
Yep.
it. Don't wait until you're 50 to be trying to catch up. Do it
Right.
now.
Honestly. So
Hmm.
100% read more books. I 100% agree with that.
Hmm. Same.
J654 said, pursue and do everything. You never know what will work. Within reason. I say pursue and do
Yeah,
everything within reason.
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not everything that, like, don't go and give one guy 5 million because he said he could double it for you. Like, come on.
No, that's not
Don't go and
sensible.
do that.
Use your common sense as well.
Of
You know.
course. So I think within reason, if it's
Mm,
legal, within reason, and you feel like
legal.
it could work, like, yeah. Don't let someone tell you, oh, send me your bank details, give me your card, and then you're thinking, yeah, they're going to put 4K in your account. Don't do
Please
that.
stay away. Just don't do it. It won't go down a good path. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
um, Hold on, I'm just going to read what Magic J said. What is the one main thing when someone is telling you to go left, when I go right, and the person is still persistent that you go to the opposite way? Have your own mindset, choose your own path, and
Yeah,
walk down your own yellow brick road. And remember,
completely.
don't always think that your so-called friends and loved ones who support you 95% of the time is the outside world who will support you more than the inner world. True. I don't
Yeah,
know why it is, but it's
it's
weird.
just human nature, I think. It's just human nature.
Yeah.
Don't take it personally. Focus on yourself and do you. We don't have
Simple.
time to think about naysayers and unsupportive people. There's no time for it.
We're chasing the bag.
You got
Yeah.
that right.
And then the last one is Mom Yessie, and she said, "Do not try to fit in, stand out."
Hmm.
And I agree with
Yeah,
that.
great
Like,
advice. Absolutely.
stand out because you're different. Like I always say, to God never created a duplicate. Even twins, you can tell them
Mm.
apart. Like
Hmm.
there's things that they do differently. So why are you now trying to be like someone? I get if you like look up to someone and someone inspires you, where you're taking bits of their lives and taking from them, but don't try and be the exact copy, because the
No,
truth of the matter is you can never be them.
absolutely. Everyone is unique.
Of
And
course.
it's something I'm always saying, there are a lot of, I have to speak about women because we are women and I
Uh-huh.
only face this with women. There are many women in your industry that will compete with you. There's no need. Please give it up. It's wasted energy and wasted time simply
Of
because
course.
me and you, Noelle, we look different, we sound different, our
Of course.
complexions are different, our height is different. If someone wants you, if an organization wants you, if an employer wants you, they want you. And there are no two ways about it. They want you. So the competition is unnecessary.
That's it. That's actually it. Like we can't, like, as much as there's, like I was saying this the other time, there's people that you will be able to reach out to that I can never reach out to, and there's people that I'll be able to reach out to that you can never reach out to, not because of anything, simply
Mm,
because they can't relate with Noelle, they can relate with Nayoka, they can't relate with Nayoka, they can relate
that's
with
all
Noelle.
it
It's just
is.
the way
It's
it
not
is. Like,
personal. It is, yeah.
nothing has to be a competition, and like the
No,
sooner you realize that you don't have to compete with everyone, I think that
the better.
your life becomes more easier, one, and two, you can flow with everyone. Like it's just
Yes.
you can flow
Yes,
with
you can be at
everyone.
peace. You can focus on your own journey
Yeah,
and your everything
literally.
you're doing instead of focusing on someone who's coming after your job or coming after it's unnecessary. It's a waste of good energy and I don't have
Tiring.
it.
It's very
It
tiring.
is, it's exhausting. I don't have that kind of energy. I really don't.
Honestly, but no. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you. I
It's been a
appreciate you
pleasure.
on. Like I said, we're still like we do need to do something together, so we'll
Oh,
talk
we
in January
will.
what we're gonna do. But before I let you go,
Yeah.
just let people know how they can get a hold of you when your shows are coming back. The journey of advice to the younger me. Just put yourself out there, girl.
Thank you. Thanks, Noelle. Thank you all for watching and for listening. I hope that this advice has been useful. And do take bits and pieces of it and apply it to your life if it is applicable. You can follow me at nayoka.oware on Instagram, and I will keep you posted and updated on anything new me and the younger me ladies are doing.
Yep, yep, yep,
Thank you,
yep.
Noelle.
Okay.
I
Are you
appreciate
still
you.
doing the
And
journey?
Say that again.
Are you still doing the journey? Is that still
I
happening?
am. I am. You know what? I'm presenting for a company that creates content for IBM. So because I'm doing that, it's definitely interesting.
Very
Because I'm
much so.
doing that. Yeah, I have limited time to interview people on my platform. But yeah, I recently did an interview with Dwayne Brooks, who is
Okay.
the friend of late Stephen Lawrence, and we just talked a bit about his
Yes,
journey
I
and
saw.
that whole incident. So yeah, I do have more interviews coming up. So I will keep
Perfect.
you posted. Do follow
Perfect.
me, and I'll keep you posted.
Perfect. Perfect. Last question before I let you go, only because it
Yeah.
just popped in my head.
Oh no, it's
Last
fine.
season we were talking about purpose and how people found their purpose. Obviously, you're
Mm-hmm.
a presenter, you're an executive producer. I believe you're also a video editor and director,
Mm,
basically jack of all
yeah.
trades in the media field. So, how did you know this is what you wanted to pursue? How did you know this was for you?
I always wanted to be in front of a camera, but I thought that it would be more to do with acting. So when I was
Oh,
like 12, 13, my mum enrolled me in an acting theatre. And as much as I enjoyed it, there were certain roles that I couldn't see myself in. There were roles that I auditioned for that I just wasn't willing to let myself go and give my all to. And
yeah,
later on, I saw like June Sarpong on the TV and other black women presenting, and I was like, you know what? It
yeah,
looks fun. It's engaging. I love music. I love to talk to people. This is what I want to do. And my mum, my support system, my family,
yeah,
everyone in my life has
yeah.
been supportive. And
Awesome.
they just encouraged me to go for what I wanted. If it's something that I wanted to do, they were behind me. My mum especially, she would encourage me to go. Sorry, low battery. My mum would encourage me to go into presenting, into acting. She
Yeah,
was like, if this is what you want to do, go and do your thing.
go
Same
for
with my dad. My parents were
it.
behind me. They weren't like be a doctor or a lawyer or anything. They encouraged me to be the
Encouragement.
best version of myself. Yeah, they encouraged me to be the best version of myself. And since I was talkative, they knew it would have something to do with being on camera and talking to people.
That's amazing. Okay, lovely. So that's how she got into presenting. Like she said, you can follow her all social media platforms. I believe at Nayoka.Oware. Get in contact, and yeah, she's got you. So that's all I can say. She's got you. Her new series, the Advice to the Younger Me, will be out
Yeah.
soon. Follow her.
Yes, I'll keep you posted.
Yeah,
Noelle,
thank you so much for coming on. I
thank
appreciate it so
you.
much.
Thank you
So yeah.
so, so much. You still got comments. I'm sure if they DM you, you can probably respond. But
Yeah, I will
thank you
do.
so much. Thank
I
you so
will
much for your
do.
time. I appreciate you, appreciate women like you, and keep thriving, Noelle. Don't let
Oh,
anyone
thank
hold you
you so
back.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
coming on.
you.
We'll definitely keep in contact.
Thank you. Oh, definitely. Thank you all, and have a good evening.
And you too. Bye.
Bye.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So that was Nayoka Oware, presenter, editor, director, and she's really doing amazing. Like I said at the beginning, it's because of girls like and women like Nayoka, the Ramel Londons, that's really opened the doors for people like myself to come through. So, you give honor to who honors due, and you always acknowledge and respect those who have gone ahead of you. So it's been a long time coming, so I'm just happy to have her on the show. I've got 4 minutes left, and I want to give a massive, massive shout out to my official sponsor, Supermalt, and to Boldly Stated. Like I said, my necklace, my neck piece today is from Boldly Stated, boldly.stated on all social media platforms, Supermalt_ on all social media platforms. This episode felt quick. Don't worry, I am back again with episode 3. Next week is going to be amazing. You guys are going to enjoy it. Next week, I have somebody that I really, really want on the show, somebody I've been pursuing for a long time, and the person said yes. So next week, my guest will be Ramel London. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I will have Ramel London on the show next week. She'll be my guest. I've been pursuing Ramel for like time. I'm always in her DMs. One thing about me is if I want something, I'm shameless. Like, I will pursue it. I will pursue you. You even give in, because the way that I will annoy you, but I pursue you with care. Like, I'm not annoying pursuing, but you're actually given to what I want because of the way that I will annoy you. So Ramel London is my guest next week. We will talk about the industry. We'll talk about life in general and, like, you know, just everything that's been going on with her. So again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed episode 3 called The Younger Me. Take in everything that you can, anything that you need to take in, adjust your life, add it, take away, subtract. But remember, we're all on a different journey. My journey is different to yours. I might be going at a faster pace than you are, but it doesn't mean that you're left behind. There's no need for us to compare. There's room for everyone to win, simply. So, guys, thank you again for joining me. 2 minutes left. Thank you again for joining me. I appreciate it so much. I'm so sorry I couldn't take all the comments and go live with everybody today. But please do DM me. Yep, we're still here. Please do DM me, and I will take all your messages, all your comments, everything. Thank you. You love my natural hair. Thank you. Brown skin girl and that. Shout out to all the brown skin girls locked in and that. So yeah, thank you all so much. God bless you. See you same time, same place next week. TWN. We're out. Thank you guys. Bye.